Good morning, everyone. I'm kind of excited to go live about this topic this morning. For those of you who have followed me for a few years, you know that one of the episodes I did on a well-designed business podcast was called Niche is Rich and Broad is Broke. And I spoke about how niching down your business to a specific demographic or a specific type of service that you only provide can really attract your ideal client. People are so scared to do this. I'll give you an example. So when I was selling artwork many, many moons ago, I was having home art parties. An interior designer walked in one day to one of my home art parties and said, "Can you bring that piece of artwork to my client's home?" I said, "Yes." When we got there, she's like, "I love it. I'm going to design a whole bathroom around it. Can you help us frame it?" I said, "Yes." "Can you help us install it?" I said, "Yes." And I just dove into it. I knew nothing about how to install artwork. I knew nothing about, quite frankly, I knew nothing about art. I just knew that I could sell artwork because my mother was an artist. So I dove into the niche of working with interior designers, specifically their clients, for art. Now, what's fascinating about this show, How to Build a Sex Room on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, it really is fascinating, not just from the sex part, which is also fascinating. I literally watched that show and I just kept saying, this woman is brilliant. So Melanie Rose is an interior designer. She's a British interior designer. And she, for 15 years, specialized in luxury kitchen and baths. And at some point, one of her clients said, "Can you build a sex room?" And she was unsure as to whether she wanted to do it. And then she thought to herself, why not? Let me do this. Then she shifted her entire business to being an interior designer, specializing in sex rooms. Now, it's an odd specialty, granted, but it's an amazing lesson. Has anybody watched it? Like, weigh in if you've watched it, because I have with my one-on-one clients and my group clients. I'm like, oh my God, you got to watch this show. Primarily because she took this leap of faith into a niche that she didn't know whether it would be successful or not. But if you think about it, if you wanted a sex room or to make your bedroom very romantic, it's not all about like dungeons and stuff, like, just so you know, you would try to hire someone who's a specialist. Think about your clients and how they may feel the same way. So if you're a kitchen and bath designer versus a more general designer who can also do kitchen and baths, and somebody just wants their kitchen done, often they'll look just for a kitchen designer or just a bathroom designer, right? In this case, it's a sex room, and would you hire a general designer to do a sex room if you knew there was a designer who specialized in this? I have another one of my one-on-one clients who is specializing in sensory rooms, playrooms for children with special needs. Think about if you were a parent of a child that had special needs. How would you want a designer who had experience in this? So I want everyone to think about, you don't have to have a niche, but if you watch this show, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is brilliant. If there is a part of your business that you just love, just window treatments. In my case, it was artwork and accessories. What do you love to do? Is this something you can kind of market yourself towards specifically? Like, maybe it's more of who you work with, right? I only work with bachelors. I only work with bachelorettes. I only work with young married couples with no children, specializing in entertaining spaces. What do you love to do? Think about if you can niche down to a very specific demographic or a very specific service, your marketing becomes super clear, right? I coach interior designers. I specifically put out content that helps interior designers. But I also, over the years, have had other businesses come to me and say, I want to learn from you because your messaging is so clear. So what happens is when you choose a niche, your messaging becomes super concise, exactly what those people are searching for, researching, looking for. And they will find you if you are putting yourself out on a consistent basis as an expert in these areas. So I'm known for the niche is rich and broad is broke, which is the New York way of saying get a niche and learn to put out authority about that niche, and you will become the expert in that area, and everyone's going to want you. So, this is part of what we go over in my Profit Insiders for Interior Designers group. Not everyone chooses a niche, and that's okay. But over the years, it may not be in your first year of business, second, third, fourth, or even in Melanie Rose's case, 15th year of business, she shifted, right? So if you have something in your head that you want to shift to, but you're afraid, that's what I'm here for, to help you make good decisions, to help you pick your niche, to give you guidance to make sure that you're analyzing your decisions properly, right? It's good to have someone to bounce things off of. So I wanted to come live today with the fact that this How to Build a Sex Room on Netflix is it's hysterically funny, first of all, but it is really the epitome of choosing a niche that just takes off. And when I watch it all from the business perspective, like, oh my God, this woman's brilliant. Oh, and look at this contractor. They have a great dynamic, and it's funny and it's fun. And you can see, even though it's a TV show, she loves her job. So I want all of you to love your jobs too. And sometimes choosing a niche is what will do it for you. So fight the fear. If you need help, I'm here. Our next group starting August 2nd for Profit Insiders for Interior Designers. This is a group specifically for interior designers. And I know I'm streaming out on YouTube, LinkedIn, and in my other group. So this particular group is just for interior designers. And we'll help you make a decision as to whether you're niching down or whether you're not. And if you need help making decisions, pricing, service models, marketing, sales, we do it all. Hiring, firing, accounting, process. This is a 1-year program. We are, I think, 14, 15 people in at this point. We have one more day left where we're accepting applications. So if you are even on the fence, fill out the application. Then you'll get on my calendar to talk to me for 20 minutes to see if it's a good fit for you. If it's not a good fit for you, I'll be the first one to tell you. I have already talked to a lot of people. Few of them I thought we're not ready for the group. So I said, maybe you wait for my next group. But don't suffer any longer. If you are trying to grow your business and you're struggling to get to that 6 figures, or you're at 6 figures and you want to double it, that's what this 1-year program is all about. All right. It's Leslie Myrick as an associate coach along with me. So you get 2 coaches in the same program, and it's amazing. It will change your life. It will change your business. So if you are unsure as to whether it's a good fit for you, click the link, fill out the application, and we'll talk about it. And you got to go watch this show. Go watch How to Build a Sex Room on Netflix, because it'll give you ideas about your own business and how you could possibly market yourself differently. It's really unique and it's fun. All right, everyone. I will talk to you soon.